Yeah, it's obviously always disappointing to lose a game, but I think looking back, that we just didn't play to the capabilities that we know we were capable of producing, and just got to give credit to South Africa the way that they came out and played. They outplayed us over the 3 days, which is fine. We've lost a game of cricket, but we've got 2 games left in the series, and our goal is to now obviously go away and win the series 2-1. Yeah, I think there is that. I think South Africa, over the 3 days, whenever they were batting or bowling, they just, whatever we threw at them, they seemed to counteract that. So, obviously got to give them a lot of credit. But yeah, it was an off game for us, and that's absolutely fine. Something that I'm not going to be throwing my toes out the pram over. The message for me and Baz upstairs will be like, did we commit to the way that we committed to everything in the first 4 tests of the summer? And if everyone can say yes 100%, we just didn't execute what we wanted to do, then things are good. We'll then move on to the next test match and go out there and try and win. 5 weeks away for this group in particular, playing different formats for different teams, is obviously not ideal, but we've all been playing professional cricket now for a number of years. We know how to play cricket. I think if you start looking at it that way, then what we're doing there is we're creating a excuses-based culture, which we definitely aren't. We look at this as that South Africa just outperformed us. Everybody's so aligned in the dressing room, from the management to the players, about how we operate, and even like captain and coaches before me and Baz, captain and coaches after me and Baz are done, they're always going to get criticised about something, about the way they play or everything like that, and that's just part and parcel with doing this role. We've got a certain way that we want to play. We know that we can be an incredibly hard team to play against, and just for us, it's when we know that we can execute that, we're an incredibly hard team to beat. This week we haven't been able to do that, and that's absolutely fine. You can't be great every day. This week was just off for us, but we're not going to hold on to it too long and carry any baggage towards Manchester. No, I think as well, an important thing to know is that not only do we speak about always looking to put pressure back onto the opposition, but we always admit that there are going to be times where we need to absorb that pressure. And I felt we were absorbing a lot of pressure this week because of how South Africa bowled, especially those spells from Nortje and Rabada on day one. We're always trying, when we do have to absorb, we try and do it in a positive way, but the way that they bowled, it was just relentless, in my opinion. And, when I look back on that, you just got to hold your hands up. You're playing international sport, some days they're going to be better than you, and that's absolutely fine. Because that's why they played international sport. That's why Rabada's one of the best in the world. Nortje bowling 94 mile an hour is going to be difficult any day of the week.
Came to a head in this match.
It's quite a question. Yeah, obviously everything has been a work in progress since I've taken over the captaincy. But I always felt the core of the group always had the basic fundamentals of one day becoming a world-known test side. A lot of those are the senior players, and those guys have risen over the last year to 18 months as well as individuals, and I think they, as team people, they've really they've put their individual stuff aside and they've actually focused personally on the team, and I think that's the responsibility that we've given them as well from our capacity as well. I think everything happens for a reason, I guess, over the last year. But I'd like to think what we've laid down as foundation has been pretty true and pretty solid. It hasn't been fake. It's been pretty unique. It's been real. It hasn't been something that I feel is far-fetched. And these are purely our team goals that I have with the coaches. So it's not unrealistic. It's pretty achievable. But I know us as a players group, we a special bunch, and we play bloody good cricket when we're doing well. So and hopefully long may it continue. It's been a pretty special journey so far, and hopefully it continues getting stronger.
Thanks, Dean. Before the game, do you feel your team delivered on that?
Yeah, they were brilliant. Sure, there are a few guys that obviously had some individual performances, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna pinpoint those guys. I think a lot of guys influenced in moments where there were pressure situations, be it a slip catch or good stop that influenced the next ball or the outcome of maybe a potential wicket. I think our batting was pretty solid, especially our middle to late order, that they really came out and played the situation to a T. And that's the kind of awarenesses that I'm trying to create with the guys. And they need to identify those moments and play the game as they see it. And that's the kind of nature that I want the guys to they need to learn those things and fail along the way as well. Luckily, it didn't happen this game that there was a failure, for instance. But yeah, there's a lot of learning still going forward for everyone. But yeah, it was a great win. I didn't wake up this morning thinking that I'll be doing a presser before 5 o'clock. I definitely didn't think that. But yeah, pretty special performance. Squad performance. We haven't left a stone unturned so far, and yeah, hopefully we don't go into a comfort zone now. And well, I'm definitely not going to make us go into a comfort zone, because I know what complacency can do in international sports. So yeah, hopefully we enjoy it. We need to enjoy these moments. We did it at a really unique place as well. It's sold out Lords on a Friday. It's pretty big, and it's special for a lot of guys that haven't experienced that before. So yeah, we need to enjoy the next 2 days and then focus on the next test.
Just wondering can you give some insight into what it's like to captain that attack?
I would like to think my margin for error is a lot bigger, having 4 fast bowlers, and our number 3 and 4 fast bowlers are the fastest out of the 4, and it's pretty nice to have that. But again, you still have to have pretty sound game plans going into that. The bowlers need to know their roles as well. They need to adapt to situations, which I'm very big on. And then you got Kesh, who's world class himself. He just operates in his own zone. He's an absolute gun when it comes to him operating as a cricketer. He's brilliant to have in the team. So yeah, it's nice having those luxuries, but by no means it's an end product. I want them to still getting better. Like, I need them to achieve more. I need them to want to achieve more. And I think once they all buy into that, which I'm sure they're doing with great victories like this, we're going to be a pretty special bowling attack. To the second question, I haven't really. I just know we're playing 28 tests in 5 years, which, yeah, I guess we could be playing more. It's a sad thing, but so be it. Yeah, I can't say too much about that because I might get into trouble. And what was the